Anybody out there? Anybody?
What's up, guys? I'm Brendan Shaw, co-hosting Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. And I'm Mike Tyson. Yeah, let's get into this. Talk to the champ. The new UFC heavyweight champion of the entire world. So what's that, 7 billion people? What's the world population? 7, 8 billion people? 7 and 8 billion people. It's barely funny. The children, the babies, the girls. What a pleasure to be introduced by the big Mike himself. I didn't know that I was going to get myself affected me, then when I get there, I wasn't being like unfit, even during the 5 weeks. I didn't feel anything at all. Like, it was so weird. So I look at that fight, even how I put that fight. The guy was looking like me, but I didn't recognize the time. I'm like, what the hell is doing? But actually, I was just like, so even before that fight, if you look at all my fight, if you watch my previous fight, even before this first debate fight, I don't rush any fight like that. That was the thing. Like, that's why I was even more concerned about it. I was, but and that it affected me so much, and I didn't realize that until I did the week fight. Then I get there, I think I was in my mind first. The fight is TV, that fight was so weird. Like, people just see how it plays out outside, but then nobody knows how it plays out inside, how it plays out. I was even surprised after the down that it was the fight. I was lost. I was there like, okay, I have my time, calm down, and basically about the debate fight. I'm like, calm down, you have all your time. And at the end of the fight, I thought I still have like 2 rounds. You know, it was finished up. Man, and that's when I was like, fuck, what's going on? Something's wrong. And like gather myself, figure out my shit, and basically at that time, I don't get any kind of shit, doubting, any kind of, you pay attention to that? Like social media, stuff like that. Like something that you can pay attention, you hear it, you get it. You pay attention of it or not. How do you not hear it? Like, it's all over, it's all over. You hear it. I wasn't here, kind of like mess with your mind. You want to be unknown by people, like, you see somebody like this, kind of like picture, like, shame of yourself. Why did it even matter which people? That is the one picture that they like, leave me alone, but, I see that. I'm trying to hide. You're married. Yeah, you're married. Yeah. But because you feel bad about yourself, everything, like nothing. I've been that for after the like, and I was like, that was back to love, and it was good. And so Dayz Lewis is, Francis is a knockout artist. Yeah, Dayz Lewis is definitely a knockout artist. So the public and the media, the fan fight, remember, no disrespect, Francis. They're supposed to knock each other in the first round. It's this long drag down. But Dayz Lewis had like a back issue, so he didn't pull the trigger. Francis took his head. So there was like this weird fight, and we were all expecting a firework. That didn't happen. That night we were fight. I'm sure you got a lot of shit to make it like that. It's in this world we live in. We have spirits, right? Spirit child. One spirit that teach you great. Another teach you not. One of them went the fucked up guy, the good guy. But I think you were embarrassed, right? Because it's like all the pressure. No, I wasn't very going to be embarrassed because it's all internally though. Like, people are not fighting. No, I know. But you can't tell them, oh, you're not fighting. Yeah, you're just getting hit and you're taking it. That's how it works. You were doing fight. That's what happens to fight. Great fights, they feel humiliated, they kill themselves, they stop fighting. And that's it, like, I felt really bad at that moment. I'm like, I wish I was unknown. I wish I could hide, like, race, just get away of this. And at some point, I'm like, fuck.
anyway, what did that change? I always been the underdog. I always been in this situation. Nobody like truly believe in me. I mean, yes,
That's not
they
what
believe. They believed at some point, but at first they weren't even there. Nobody even believed.
Yeah.
So it's up to me now to do what I have to do. Maybe he doesn't work, but at least.
Did you ever fight Derek again?
No.
No.
That might be.
But Derek's now on a win streak, and then
Maybe you could give him a chance to revenge.
yeah, we have
fight.
after John.
Where?
Every fight he had,
I will after John too.
every fight he had was successful. Particular, Big John, we go fight me.
Agree.
John have another one more fight before him as well. So they could see what's going to happen.
Maybe you're talking about the one guy gets to earn a straight title shot. Title is John Jones.
Well, I've been saying if he wants to extra before he fights,
Yeah.
every time he fight a big fight, fight a guy for the
That's that boxing life, though.
UFC. They're going to put it in the bank before it goes to big risk.
UFC don't play like that.
That's a boxing match.
Yeah.
Like
I want Holyfield, and I want Bridgeport this year. I want both this year. This year. I'm fuck this shit. I'm gonna do Ultimate Boxing Exhibition with Tyson Fury. If I do that, at least I get those two guys and hey, this is a rap. That's an exhibition. I'm gonna do my professional exhibition.
Yeah. Do you like the baddest man on the planet? Because when you were fighting, like everyone said he was the baddest man on the planet, and then even now it carried over to 2020, 2021, where they go Tyson Fury's the champ or Anthony Joshua's the champ. That's the baddest man on the planet. This is the baddest man on the planet because he can fight, just not box. Francis can box. He can wrestle.
No, listen. He's the baddest man on the planet. He's the baddest man on the planet. What's that black guy with the Russian name? That was a bad motherfucker. Come on, the black guy you knocked out in the first round with the Russian name. Robert
Rosenstruck?
That's
Suriname.
Last name is Russian.
Yeah.
Rosenstruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's the awesome fighter too.
Oh, he's a bad man with that.
It was like he was wanting to fly with him. Put the fight on. Put the fight on, please. Come on, please.
I mean, we can do this. Bring up what he did to Curtis Blade.
No.
Insulting.
No.
Curtis Blade one was DQ.
Yeah, but still bad though, man.
No. You didn't see this one, I can tell you.
No, I saw this one because Francis threw caution to the wind and just had no respect.
That was too high to have. I'm so happy the guy didn't know that.
Oh, shit out of him.
You were so humble. I know. Fucked up, man. He knows what I do. He knows what I do. He's so humble.
Yeah, the funniest thing is like he called me out and he was out there talking like I'm gonna be the first one knocking knocking out Ngannou. Then I saw him. I kind of like see myself when I started. I'm like, well, what? You don't know what you're putting yourself in. And he was talking.
Oh, yeah, this one right here. Oh, he be knocking people.
Yeah.
He's knocking his dick in the dirt. Cat right here, right? Well, watch this shit. Somebody tried to whoa, motherfucker.
You're getting a few extra.
I was in my master customer, my trainer customer, I was there. I got the guy with 8 seconds. You know what he said? I didn't do it perfectly formed the way he taught me to. He said, listen, 8 seconds. Listen, that guy was a little bit more experienced than you would have hit you.
Yeah.
I would never think that's crazy. But I said, really? Okay, I'll try to keep my head down.
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'm saying 8 seconds, right? I fucked up in 8 seconds.
He was like, I'm gonna be the first one knocking
when
out.
was this fight? When was this fight? A couple months ago? Last year?
Last last year.
Yeah.
Me last year.
He just woke up this morning.
No.
No, see, he's the humble guy. He just woke up. I was always, I saw him knocking up. I saw him knocking some guy. I said, this is a bad mother. I was known as the black guy with the Russian last name. That's how I know him.
You know what's funny? Like, I did weed. I faced him the first time. I stared at him like this. I saw a different guy. It wasn't like the guy who was joking out there. You see, like, just like, fuck, what the hell do I put myself in? I'm like, it's too late, man. It's too late. It's not time to talk anymore. It's just time to fight. And the next day, in the octagon, like, I was a red corner, so he get in the octagon first. Then I got in after, and on my side was looking at him, and he was cold. Like, I'm like, did this guy even get warm up or something? He was looking so bad.
You knew.
I'm like, yeah, this is the moment. Whatever you said, you're gonna pay it now.
Yeah.
You have to do it now.
Yeah.
I have to see that energy.
But that's part of, listen, maybe, and God willing, it was lucky that you was sweet, like sweat, but maybe you did an act that you might have killed him.
But I was very frustrated about that fight because because I was expecting a fight for so long, and basically like I thought I deserved the title, and having a fight, dealing with the fight with the UFC at that moment was so hard, so complicated. So like I get there, I felt like that fight, I took it as a slap on the face. Like, man, fuck. Okay, so like this is kind of like what I have to get. Okay, so for me, it was like, yeah, I felt disrespect.
I felt disrespect because I felt like for a long time you weren't getting them. They weren't keeping you active, and you're in your prime right now.
I know. We keep asking for fight, and they were like, oh, let's wait for if this guy fight this guy, this play out like this.
The CBTC thing held up everything.
He wasn't even on the topic at the time. Yeah. Like, okay, we don't even know what's going on. We don't know what.
Man, it's hard. Check this out.
It's hard to deal with this.
Oh, this guy's a good boxer, too.
Rossi, yeah.
Boy, boom, short and vicious, evil.
Rossi's a tough one, too, man.
You heard with the one top. Yeah, too.
I didn't feel like I heard him. I'm like, why do you fall? Why are you falling?
Those are the best punches. Most of my fights when I go punching the guys out calling down for a messed up.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I did this just to like count. Then he went down. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what's happened, but I have to follow to secure the win.
Get some different shoes. Get in there.
What?
Like when you're fighting Stipe, and you he's like this. It's not your job to stop. You go to the Gunsel's job. Hurt me to be a little closer.
No. Hey, honestly, I watched this fight and I saw the Hurt's action, and I think it should be the performance of the night. Hurt. Do you see how fast he's run?
I know
he was going moving backward, and then after the action, like you see how fast
he's busting his ass.
Like the guy was unloading. You know that if his friend is touch him, don't let him touch his friend. Like, and then he just came like
Francis the Flag.
You know like
Hey Francis, how are you with money? Your money getting on well?
Well, we don't say I have money for now. I'm just
you like giving money to women?
Give money to women.
These are great questions.
Let's see when I have money.
Oh no, hey, brother. Listen, you have enough to throw around now.
No.
Yes.
We are not doing the same. We are not doing the same business like you. So.
Listen, right here.
That's the paydays you got, man.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with you.
I can max for $40,000 a year. I can make $40,000 a year stretch out.
Yeah, I bet now. But when you were fighting, you were pretty loopy. You could do it, buddy, right?
Oh God.
Elephant in the room. You know
that's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Next I see this girl and say, do you like that Mercedes? I'm so fucked up. Give me God. Why did you make me like this? Why am I like this? But let's get back to you.
I think you're awesome. I think that's great.
That was good.
What are you doing? and buy I say a car. You say buy a living room set. What do you do?
A living room set?
Yeah. Do you do it yourself and pick it out, or you call somebody and say,
I can want somebody to help me for design. I go up and pick it myself. You know? Yeah. Like somebody will help me for like designing what will be best with what, depending on what I like. But I will be out there myself.
And I used to be when I was talking about the black forget that when I used to be young, I used to have survived the guys. The guys that got all this money on. I didn't know what to do. I was a kid, I'm 19, I got all this fucking money. You can't get rid of it. It's kind of a box.
But you had the real money at that time.
Huh?
Yeah, you had the real money. That's different. So.
Like now, he's the best man on the planet. He's not getting paid like that.
Yeah, exactly. In a situation like that, you have to make your own. Listen, a guy like a guy like this guy can do, he can make his own organization.
Are you saying start his own fight league?
Look, I'm doing it.
That's true, but you know. But
he has the long, he just got the belt. So he fights John, he's getting paid. He fights John.
Yeah.
You're not John out. We're going Sizzler. Like we're all gonna be chinchilla coats in 6 months, sitting back down here. And Frank's gonna buy all the chinchilla coats.
but the promotion,
Legends Only League.
That's Mike's.
Listen, the Princess is Legends Only League, right? And no easy fights. All the best fighting the best. I don't look at this Mike Tyson. I look at me and this guy from Browns, and I look at this other, the gutter. It's a really disgusting kid. I don't look at me. This is a big superstar. I never look at myself just as I was fair.
that's like me. I feel I would set my goal every time when I go back home and like to go back where I was, like trying to do even though I don't care about it anymore, but like trying to do it, feel it, make me remember like where I was there, like it refresh my memory and just make me feel that. So it helped me like know exactly where I'm going. And when I came back in the US, I know what I'm coming here for.
Like,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
I think in before last year they were telling me this. When he doesn't know in a country like this, you could be your own enterprise, your own business. You could sweat and bleed for yourself. Instead of someone else. Do that here.
Yeah, my manager, we are working on it.
If I could do this stuff, I'm not that smart. If I could do this stuff, brother, you can do it.
But Mike,
I told you, I want to guard food. I want to guard food. If I can do it, anybody's
But Mike, imagine getting your first title and then doing this. Like that's where Francis is at.
No,
like he has so much more work to do.
No,
There's such
listen.
big fights coming up.
Oh, absolutely, but he can't look at it that he has to believe that he's that person that he has to, that you say he has to believe he's that person this instant. Right now, he's the guy that, those big fights coming, he's already beat those guys. In his heart and his spirit. But he got to put in the work to do it,
For
though.
sure.
But you got to first have the power of belief.
When you go back home, Francis, do they realize like what type of star you are? Do they realize like kind of what your fight purse is.
They think like you have a bank, you own a bank.
Yeah.
But which is okay,
Fight for
because
the best,
they feel they realize what you're doing and make it even bigger. I'm gonna tell you something like in 2018 after I lost against Stipe, man, I went back. I felt like shit. Couldn't sleep. Even when I went to sleep, I didn't want this sun to rise the next day. I felt like I want the night just last forever. You know, couldn't look at myself, feel very bad at that moment. I'm like, man. At some point, I'm like, man, this how you find that people suicide. I just took my phone and then went online, booked first plane for Cameroon. Guess what? When I went in Cameroon, the welcome that I had there, man, like it was crazy. They were so excited, so happy, so proud.
I love that.
And at some point, I was still like feeling bad about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was just like, hey, champ, welcome. And everybody was going crazy, even grandmas who doesn't know anything about fighting. And now I'm like, listen, guy, I think you might get something wrong here. I lost. I didn't win that fight. I'm like, we don't care. You won everything. Like, where are you coming from to get there? Like, we never had somebody there. We never even expect somebody from us. We get there and you make it there. You represent us. We make us prize. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but you're still young and this. I'm like, oh, it's cool. I feel good.
That was such a
for the like. I didn't want to come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
you made
but
it.
I'm like,
Especially in their eyes, you made it.
yeah. I stayed there for like five weeks. Then I came back here. Then, I had to get back.
Well, some people don't have expectations.
Yeah.
We have expectations.
Man, that looks good. But imagine it was only 25 calories. And imagine you could drink it between all those unnecessary spin moves, uncalled travels, and...
That was crazy.
Francis,
So
are there more
that's-
guys
that's-
that look like you walking the streets of Cameroon?
Hell yeah.
Oh, a ton of them.
What are we
In
doing?
Nigeria.
What are we doing, man?
And that's why.
Let's start
They never did a push-up in their life. Just
And I'm
playing
gonna
with a
tell
muscle.
you, like,
That's what I'm talking about.
They never did a push-up, never walked, never ran unless they're playing some sport, storm around the neighborhood, and they look like they're brick walls.
Because everyone's talking about how
never
Russians are taking over like mixed martial arts and boxing. It's like if you look at it, the Africans are. Because you look at
Because
Izzy,
they have opportunity.
Usman, you,
Yeah.
like you guys are all the
They have opportunity, and in Africa you have to see like what Africa is making with less than nothing.
Sure.
Like we were talking about like people walking around, not push up. I grew up without doing anything as a sport. Nothing. I never do anything, and I believe that even now that I'm a UFC champ, I believe that there's still a lot of people, a ton of people out there better than me. They don't just have opportunities
They just
as
haven't
I
had
do.
up to-
So look at the statistics. How many African fighters in the UFC?
not a lot, but there's some chance.
Not a lot. For like a roster, the UFC roster has over 500 fighters.
Like 1% African.
Yeah, less than 20 African in the UFC.
For sure.
In 7 division, we have 3. That means a lot. That means
But you
everything.
have to look at it like this.
Start the bridge.
You have to deal with the adversity of life and sports, because the adversity is going to make the weak weaker and the strong stronger. And it's going to separate the two. And this is what life is really based on. Survival of the fittest.
But don't you think, Francis, like you, especially now being the champ, don't you think more guys from your hometown are like, shit, look at Francis, man.
Oh,
We're gonna start training.
They've been like that for quite a while.
Since you guys started.
Yeah, since I just started, there is a lot of people out there believing.
You don't believe that you're the best because you put in the most work and you trained and no one gave it to me, and not many people are going to work as hard as you to be able to accomplish what you accomplished, and they'll still be successful. You had one of those rare periods of dedication that people really put in hard work.
Yeah.
Still, and everybody with the all still improves.
Yeah, I agree
But you're
with that.
the prototype of that.
At the time, I know that there's a lot of people
of people out there who probably put more work than me and don't get the opportunity to showcase that, you know? Like, I don't consider, I'm dedicated to what I want. I know, like, when I believe in something, I go for that. Doesn't matter what people believe or not. But there's a lot of people out there who, like, hard worker than I believe so. I don't take this like granted. I don't take this like, oh, I'm the best worker in the world. You know, I think at some point I'm also grateful for the opportunity and for the luck that I have as well, because there's a ton of people that work even harder and they can't even assure to have food when they are hungry, and that's how it's done.
If I'm on the UFC, I do a fight in Africa. You have 3 African champions.
They should.
Like, why not do Francis versus John Jones in Africa?
Do they have their walking papers? Do they have their freedom papers?
That's not hard to get.
Well, in order to even think this, you need to have walking papers. You know, when you look at sports is an organization, it's a form of slavery, or enterprise is a form of slavery. We're all working for that cause. To hit that number, we never have to work again. You know, the average person. Sure. That's their dream, to never work again.
Yeah.
And then when they have that dream, they're gonna be miserable not working. But it's just this dream in our head that if we're working and we're breaking our necks, that we're slaves. You know, to a certain degree, that is true. Every athlete, especially the athlete of his degree, my degree, we should pull ourselves. We should suffer, get our ass kicked, knocked out, or knock people out on our own benefits. And nobody should be taking our percentage for our cuts and our bruises. They take percentages for us getting beat up.
Great. And that's why John Jones pulled out.
I think holding out is a bad situation. If you're not making money and you're holding out, you're self-suffering.
But not if you're set. Like, John is set. He doesn't need to fight.
Well, listen, say if I was a guy like that, and I'm fighting in Siberia. I'm going somewhere, and somebody's gonna have to sue me in court, but I'm getting the check somewhere. If I'm not UFC, I'm going to WWF. I'm going to get a check somewhere. I'm not going to starve because somebody else believes he has the carrot, somebody else he has me on the contract. I'm gonna
But I don't think that fight is gonna go to the end. It's gonna go to the fight because the process will stop. It will stop the process.
But then,
Yeah, that's right.
That's how it is.
then there should be only a lawyer should be. I think having managers are a joke. You should have even a lawyer. Managers my opinion, for a manager is what? Glamorized cheerleader, pretty much. What do you need a manager for when you got a lawyer? Why do you have 2 of them? I have a manager and a lawyer. Why am I paying both of them to do the same job?
No, but I think you have, as you said, from your experience, I think you went to something really different and really hard, and maybe
How much you pay your manager?
they take advantage of you. But
I'm supposed to take advantage of.
And I think that's why
I think that's why you have
it really
perspectives like that. You know, sometimes you work with you get somebody like working with, whether it's a manager or a coach, and then you feel like at some point you might even feel like they're underpaid. Why? Because the service, how they are involved in everything coming your way, how they're fighting
pretty
for
much
your
to fight his friend. You know, now.
It
You're
depends.
paying this guy to be your
It
friend.
depends for the service.
It
It
depends,
depends for
'cause,
what the manager is doing for you.
Yeah, for like
You know,
Francis.
What is it that your manager can do that your lawyer can't do better?
No,
It's
it's two different things, it's two different things. Like, we are in two eras, very different, and two different sports. You know, today we capitalize on like building our own brand, like having sponsor. You know, we need that to pay our bills as well, because we don't have as much in the fighting, like from fight check. So we need to build around. We need to manage our life, and there is a lot of things going on that we cannot manage it ourselves. So we definitely need somebody around to help us handle that, to go out the hustle for us. And that's what the manager be.
Lawyer.
Is
And
like,
a lawyer always have a fiduciary duty. He always have to tell you the truth.
lawyer is
The
like,
manager's not going to always tell you the truth.
lawyer take care of legal staff.
Not all the time.
I mean, when it's not like legal staff,
Listen, that's all you need is legal stuff. You know, that's all you need in your life is legal stuff and your trainer.
Well,
I don't agree with you
like,
with
let's
that.
say, and I don't know. So let's say, and I'm sure they want. Let's say they want to make a movie about Francis. Let's say Paramount or Universal comes to Francis. You don't want just a lawyer dealing with it.
That's
Right?
all you wanted.
No. Lawyer
That's all you wanted.
he doesn't have any experience on that. It's not his job. You have to give everyone his own job.
No, what kind of lawyer you have that doesn't know about entertainment?
Are you paying this lawyer a full time? Is it working for you?
Yeah,
Or
pretty
what
much,
is that?
yeah.
Okay, guess what? We don't have as much money to pay a lawyer a full time. So we rather have a manager over a lawyer. You're talking about these two different business, Mike. You can't just compare those
It just
two.
seems the same. I just know oppression. Oppression
can
is
see-
oppression. You fight it all the same way.
I don't think you can find like 5 MMA fighters in the world who can afford to have like a full-time lawyer. No, you can find that.
To be tough.
No,
Again,
you
the
can
world,
find
the
that.
world's just different. Well,
That's not possible.
The fighting
He's
now is
spending more money for less. Like it's more cut than what you should give
like
to
his
the
person
manager.
in like 30, 40 mil, Mike.
Because if you tell the lawyer that okay, you're working for me full time for 10%, he can't work for you. I'm like fuck you, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
your money is not that big.
I don't know. I think I'm struggling.
I think your droppings of management words might be different because the person like this. You're talking about the '90s. What Francis doing building this empire, this brand, it's just he's almost in the fight entertainment business now. It's just a different.
And how many zeros
When I look
on your paycheck?
Listen, when I look at him, I see a fucking superstar. When I see a superstar, I see a motherfucker that can pay his fucking dinner bill and help his friends out too. That's what I see.
The real question is my paycheck goes with that. Can I afford that? I can't afford it.
How many fights do you have on the contract?
Well, not much, but
More than 2? Around there, right?
kind of like, yeah.
You know, niggas fight.
I have a champion now. I have extension and everything, so it's kind of like
6 months, you can fight 2 fights in 6 months. They won't let them fight that early on. Well, a year, you can get 2 fights in a year, man. I had 15 fights in 1 year.
as a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 dudes were getting fucked up.
I stayed active.
See, but it's not up to him, like, because the UFC controls his narrative. So, like, for the longest time,
In the past,
he was ready to go, and they couldn't get him fights. So that's what, when you saw that assault on Rosenstruck, that was his frustration.
yeah,
Because they wouldn't get him fights.
I have like 2 fights for almost 2 years. I wanted to
When you're in
fight.
contract, you can't fight nowhere else.
No.
No, it's exclusive.
And the one things that makes the UFC special and where they're at is their contracts are airtight, and they have the best lawyers. So if you try going somewhere else, you're
Lawyers. Not the manager. They have horrible managers.
Yes,
They have
this
great
is
lawyers.
the problem. This is the problem.
They
Like,
got sucky managers.
no,
lawyers.
they can afford a lawyer. You can't afford a lawyer. This is the difference. This is all the difference.
I can't remember when I didn't have a lawyer. Even when I was,
Of course, you have.
with my team,
You had
I can't
money
remember
for that.
I haven't.
Yeah, Mike, you had 2 white tigers.
You had money for
I
that.
got money them too.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been
You
sued
can't
them
have a
too.
white tiger.
You were giving Rolls Royce away.
Yes, I am.
Okay. We are talking about 2 different stories.
It's a giveaway. Yeah.
Like,
Introducing White Claw Surf. A whole new wave of White Claw.
we don't feel like we are even related to your story when it comes to money. We are not even related.
Different,
You know,
different atmosphere.
we will just carry your bag, work to the
I'm not
gym
gonna
with
let
you.
you think I'm not no better nigga. Now stop, man. I don't know anybody poorer than me until I went to Mexico. Really, nobody's poorer than me. Fuck.
When you're talking about when you're coming up.
Yeah.
Brownsville.
Fuck no.
But
Change.
Francis has seen that too, though.
That
Cameroon,
changed.
you know,
I know.
they're
That
similar. stories there.
Ooh, I don't like talking about it. I'm a monster. Ooh,
Ooh, start talking about managers and Vikings fighting PTSD.
we are lost.